It was night in Jerusalem. The city still echoed with the laughter and light of the Passover feast. Bread had been broken, wine poured, feet washed. But the joy was thin. A shadow hung over the evening like a veil no one could lift. Jesus walked silently through the darkness with 11 men following close behind. Judas was gone. He had vanished into the night with a kiss not yet given, and betrayal burning in his pocket like silver. The remaining disciples didn't yet understand the weight pressing on their master's shoulders. They crossed the Kidron Valley and entered a place Jesus knew well, the Garden of Gethsemane. It was quiet, a grove of ancient olive trees under a moonlit sky. But the air was heavy, not with night, but with something eternal. Here on this silent battlefield, the true war would begin, not with swords and soldiers, but with agony and surrender. Jesus stopped. "Sit here while I go over there and pray," he told most of the group. But he took 3, Peter, James, and John, a little farther. The man who had calmed seas and raised the dead now seemed broken. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," he said. "Stay here and keep watch with me." Then alone, he walked a little farther. He fell to the ground. The Son of God, creator of stars, sustainer of breath, collapsed, face down in the dirt of the garden he once spoke into being. "Father," he whispered, "if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will." It was not fear of death that gripped him. Jesus had faced danger before. He had been threatened, nearly stoned, nearly pushed off cliffs. But this was different. This was the cup. Not just nails. Not just thorns, but wrath. The full weight of sin, past, present, and future, was being poured into a cup no man could drink without dying. And now Jesus, the sinless one, was being asked to drink it, to become sin. To be abandoned, not just by men, but by the Father he had never been separated from for eternity. And heaven did not speak. No angel came with a sword. No voice thundered from above. Just silence and blood. Scripture says his sweat became like drops of blood falling to the ground. A rare medical condition, hematidrosis, when extreme anguish causes capillaries to burst into sweat glands. The agony was so deep, so real, that his very body broke under the weight of what was coming. He returned to his friends, his trusted 3, and found them asleep. "Asleep?" he asked Peter. "Could you not keep watch with me for 1 hour?" He didn't scold in anger, but sorrow. Even his closest companions could not walk with him through the darkest night of his life. Again he returned to pray. "Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." A second time and then a third. 3 times he asked, and 3 times he surrendered. This was the true war, not Pilate's court, not Calvary's hill. Here in the garden, Jesus said yes to the cross while still free to walk away. In the stillness of that garden, the fate of the world hung not on the strength of nails, but on the obedience of the Son. And then, the hour came. He stood and walked to the sleeping disciples. "Rise," he said, not in defeat but in decision. "Let us go, my betrayer is at hand." And through the trees came torches, voices, Judas, the kiss, the arrest. But he did not resist, he had already won. He had faced the terror no human had seen, and he had chosen obedience. Not because he wanted to suffer, but because he wanted you. Jesus didn't die because he was captured. He died because in Gethsemane, he said yes. The cross was built in the garden. That night heaven wept but did not intervene. Because love required sacrifice, and only one was worthy.